Hey friends, so we are back again to complete the judgment, the lesson on judgment or judiciary. We saw the court is the guardian of the law, and the people who are deprived of their rights, the court comes to their rescue. The court provides them justice and so on. But however, India is such a vast country, and there are a lot of loopholes are there. The rich get justice very fast. The poor are denied justice, or they are made to delay and so on. So that is what we are going to study today about the delayed judgment or delayed justice. So why the poor people are delayed in receiving judgment? We shall see that. So take page number 63. So we said the other day that one of the issues that the poor people facing is that the people have got less access to the court, because the court matters are going on in the high speed, or the poor people may be ignorant or illiterate. He may not know how to read English, or he may not have the ability to understand what is going on. They are completely depending on the lawyer, and the lawyer, if he is not a sincere fellow, he can cheat this poor person, take his fees and send him off, saying everything will be alright. But at the end, when the judgment comes, the poor fellow will be deprived of justice and so on. So today, another problem that we face is the cases that are pending in the court. It is pending for too long. So when the court is taking up case one by one, some cases have to lay there for 2 years, 3 years, then only it will be taken up, because too many number of cases are there, and the procedure is taking too long to deliver the justice, and therefore the innocent people or the poor person, in order to get their justice, they have to wait for years, and that is a too long time for an ordinary person, because his life has to go on. He cannot wait for this judgment to come and then begin his work. Then he will have to wait so many months or years, and he will be losing this opportunity to do their daily work and earn their money and so on. And the poor fellow will be suffering more and more. So that should not happen. The government and the court, they should decide that the cases are moving on a fast track and justice is delivered to the needy person. That is what we have to see. So let's see, take your page 63. Another issue that affects the common person's access to the court or justice is the inordinately long number of years. Inordinate means unreasonable years. So there is unreasonable delay is there. Inordinate delay is there. That is not 1 or 2 years, but number of years that courts take to hear a case. So the court, in order to complete a case, it is taking so many years. The phrase justice delayed is justice denied is often used to characterize this extended time period the courts take. So there is a famous saying, justice delayed is justice denied. So some people we know, they are accused of something wrongly, and they are not able to prove their innocence, and therefore they are put in the jail, and several years they go on spending in the jail, and by the time their case is taken for hearing and the verdict comes that this person is innocent, he can go free from the jail. By the time he might have already spent in the jail 10 years, 15 years, 20 years and so on. Then only the judgment comes. So this man's prime life is lost in the jail, because there is so much of delay in the court. Suppose this case was taken up within 1 or 2 months and it is proved that he is an innocent person, he could have gone free from the jail and lived his normal life. So there are so many people, those whose guilt is not proved, but they are launched in a jail till the verdict comes out. Till the court says this person is innocent, he cannot go free. He is spending his time in jail. Whether he is guilty or not, whether he is culprit or not, nobody knows, because his case has not been proved. So such cases are taking place in our country. Let's see an example. In a speech made by 26 November 2007, Chief Justice of India K.G. Balakrishnan said, so in 2007 the Chief Justice of India was K.G. Balakrishnan, and he said, the Indian judiciary consists of one Supreme Court with 26 judges, 21 High Courts with a sanctioned strength of 725 judges. Working strength is of only 597 as on 1st March 2007, and 14,474 subordinate court judges. Working strength is only 11,767 as on 31st December 2006. So, as per the Chief Justice of India, K.G. Balakrishnan, in 2007 he said, we have one Supreme Court. So, Supreme Court, how many judges are there? There are 26 judges are there. 26 judges are there. The High Court, there are 21 High Courts in our country. It was in 2007. Now it must have reached many more High Courts might have come up. So High Courts, there are, how many judges are there? There are 597 judges are there in all the High Courts together. Then there are so many law courts are there, lower courts are there, or subordinate courts. So lower court, there are how many lower courts are there? There are all the lower courts together. There are 11,767 judges are there. So these are the judges that will hear the various cases of the Indian citizens and will give justice. Actually, the number is supposed to be higher, but the number is not reaching up to the point. So suppose the original number should be 31. The Supreme Court, there is supposed to be 31 judges, and the High Court is supposed to be the number supposed to be 635. 635 judges supposed to be there, but only 597 are there. And in the lower court, the strength is supposed to be 19,421. So this many judges are supposed to be there, but now it has improved. It has come up to 15,000. 635, but supposed to be 984. It is supposed to be 28. So if you look at here, you will find why the justice is delayed in our country. So Supreme Court supposed to have 31 judges, but only 28 are there. 3 are less. So if 3 more judges are there, they can hear some more cases and finish up the cases. Then in the High Court, you see, supposed to have 984 judges in the High Courts, but those who are appointed only 635. So many are missing now. There are more than 300 cases, 300 more than 300 judges more to be appointed. So that's why the number of judges are less, therefore the cases are not heard. They cannot finish up the cases because so many cases are pending and the judges are less, therefore they cannot finish up all their cases. And again in the lower courts, we see supposed to have 19,421 judges, but what they have is only 15,039. So more than 4,400 judges are less. So if government can appoint all the judges to their proper places, then the cases, we are sure they will be able to finish up much more faster than the present time, and the poor people, they will get justice. So the authority, they are not taking much initiative. They are not appointing all the judges in order to fill the vacancies. The vacancies are there, so much of vacancies are there, and the government is not doing much, not taking much initiative. And as a result, who is suffering? The poor people are suffering. So that is the real concern in our country. So we should make sure that government or the authority do what they are supposed to do. So how many vacancies are there in the Supreme Court? 3 vacancies are there. 3 more judges to be appointed in the Supreme Court. And in the High Court, 349. Vacancies are there. And what about the district court and the lower court? 4,382 vacancies are there. So we can say if the majority do what they are supposed to do, appoint the judges and to fill up all the vacancies, then we can say the judges will be able to hear more cases in a day, and more cases will be completed, and people can get what they deserve. That is the justice, they can deserve it. And however, so this data is based in 2013. Okay, now it already 8 years have passed. We do not know what is the present or the latest situation. So as per the 2013 report, these are the situations in the judiciary. So many vacancies, so many judges are less. Now, however, in spite of this, there is no denying that the judiciary has played a very crucial role in the democratic India, serving as a check on the powers on the executive and the legislature, as well as in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. So we said there are a lot of problems are there in the judiciary. The delay is there, and certain times the poor are denied their justice, they are denied their right to livelihood, right to food, and so on. So although all these problems are there, still we can say judiciary is protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. So anyone who is unable to live on this earth or in our country, they can approach the court. They can tell, because of the policy of the government, I'm not able to get a job, I'm not able to get food, I'm not able to do my work, I'm not able to survive. So all these are part of right to life, and therefore the court will explain the reason why you are not able to live and will demand from the government to provide facilities for this person to live, especially for the poor people. They have to live. So it is the duty of the government to provide facilities for the poor people to survive. Then the members of the Constituent Assembly had quite correctly envisioned a system of courts with an independent judiciary as a key feature of our democracy. So when India got freedom, under the leadership of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, the committee was a constitution making committee, they all planned together and they decided our judiciary will be an independent one, so that they will be able to deliver justice to the people. So they very clearly envisioned, they had that great vision for the future, that if judiciary is not independent, then they will not be able to give correct judgment to the poor people. Always the rich will be getting benefits. So they made the judiciary independent so that everyone will be able to get justice from the court. So we have to praise our forefathers who prepared this constitution and who decided that our judiciary will be independent. So the credit goes to them. We can see some examples given there. You can see a picture of women protesting. What is it? So the above photo shows the family members of some of the 43 Muslim Hasinpura, Meerut, killed on 22nd May 1987. So 43 Muslim women were killed. And these families have been seeking justice for over 20 years. So 43 women, somebody killed them in the violence, and these family members, they are demanding for justice from the court, the punishment for the culprits, already 20 years, and they have not received it still. And due to long delay in the commencement of the trial, the Supreme Court in September 2002 transferred the case from the state of Uttar Pradesh to Delhi. So the Supreme Court came to end. The case was going on in High Court of Uttar Pradesh, and they are not finishing their case even after 20 years. Imagine, after 20 years the court is not taking up their case. Maybe court is not interested, so showing partiality, taking others' case, and their cases are just delayed there. And so Supreme Court got involved and said, transfer this case from Uttar Pradesh High Court to Delhi High Court. So let the High Court in Delhi hear their case. And the trial is ongoing, and 19 provincial armed constabulary men are facing criminal prosecution for alleged murder and other offences. So the case started in Delhi, not at over. So Delhi court is not showing partiality, and they found out that people who belong to this provincial armed constabulary, that is a armed wing, armed society, and 19 of their members are facing charges. That means they are involved in killing these 43 Muslim women, and so they are facing the prosecution, criminal prosecution. And by 2007, only 3 prosecution witnesses had been examined, and so by 2007, only 3 witnesses have been examined, because this violence has taken place openly and many people have seen it, and so the court will be calling them one by one and will be asking them questions. How did you see, who did, all those things. They will be asking several questions, and the Delhi court also, we can say, it has been little bit slow, because they have not finished questioning many witnesses. Only just 3 of them they have finished. So even after changing the court to Delhi, even there lot of delay is there. They did not get justice immediately. It was still going on, and so many people more to be questioned and so on. So it was taking such a long time. So that is an example to show how the courts are overburdened. So much of work is there, and therefore they cannot finish up the work in time. And who is suffering if the courts are not finishing up their work in time? It is the common people, the afflicted people, the affected people. They are suffering. They are not getting justice. So their dear and near ones are killed, and still the culprits are not punished. They are still going around. Even after 20 years, they should have been in the jail for the following day itself. But here, no case has forwarded, or no case has been completed, and even after 20 years, it has been just delayed and delayed, and therefore the court has changed. Supreme Court orders the case should not be done in the same court anymore. It should be gone to Delhi, and even there also the speed is not much. The people are still waiting for justice and so on. So one of the reasons we said why this delay is there, it is because of the lack of judges. The courts are filled with the sufficient number of judges, then the court will be able to hear the cases much more faster. But unfortunately, so much of vacancies are there, and people are still waiting for getting their justice done and so on. So we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you got some idea about how the courts in our country are functioning, the top level to the lowest level, how many judges are there, what are the procedures, and how the court can explain the fundamental rights, how it can explain the other aspects of the constitution, how even the poor people can supposed to get equal justice in our country. There should be no difference between the rich and the poor. Everyone should get justice done and so on. So it is because of our constitutional makers, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar and his companions. They properly planned out that our judiciary should be independent, and then only they will be able to deliver justice and so on. So they made it in such a way that all can get justice without any delay and so on. However, it is not taken place as they had planned because of lot of delay, maybe some kind of corruption has entered, and because of all these things, a lot of delay is still there. Still, people have no other place to go. They still depend on the courts in our country to get justice delivered and so on. Now let's see just a few exercises that is in the next page, page number 64. And let us see question number 4. Keeping the Sudha Goyal case, we already studied the case. Sudha was burned to death by pouring kerosene by her husband and mother-in-law. They killed her, and in that case, take the sentences that are true and correct the ones that are false. So, from that incident of burning and killing Sudha Goyal, some sentences are there. We have to say whether it is true or not. First one, the accused took the case to the High Court because they were unhappy with the decision of the trial court. So the trial court said 3 of them, the mother-in-law, the husband and the brother-in-law, they should be given capital punishment. So the accused, they were not happy. So they said, we will go for appeal to the High Court. So they went to the High Court. So that is true. Then second one, they went to the High Court after Supreme Court had given its decision. They went to the High Court after Supreme Court had given the decision. Is it correct? It's not correct. So Supreme Court had already given the direction, which we cannot go to the lower court because Supreme Court is the highest. And first they went to the lower court. So it was called the trial court. So not Supreme Court but trial court. We can cut and write trial court. So they went to the high court after the trial court had given its decisions. Then number C, if they do not like the Supreme Court verdict, the accused can go back again to the trial court. Will it be possible? Suppose Supreme Court has given a verdict and you are not happy with that verdict, can you go to the lower court again for hearing the case? It's not possible. What Supreme Court gives is the final. Therefore, no more questioning the verdict of the Supreme Court. So we have to write. The answer is no. Supreme Court is the highest court in our country, and therefore we cannot challenge the decisions of the Supreme Court. If the trial court, if you are not happy, we can challenge it in the high court. If you are not happy with the verdict of the high court, we can challenge it in the Supreme Court. But you cannot challenge the verdict of the Supreme Court. That is a system of judiciary in our country. Now let us also see picture is given here. How a poor man, you can see his stomach, how hungry he is, bending down, not even having strength to stand straight. So what does it simplify? It is death by hunger. A person is dying, not somebody is killing him, but because of hunger he is dying. So this poster lists the duties of the government to uphold the rights of food. So it upholds, or it says that it is a duty of the government to provide food. That means people have got the right to food. Then how does the phrase hungry stomachs overflowing godowns use in it? We will not accept it. Used in the poster related to photo essay on the right to food on page 61. So we saw in the previous classes, the government godowns are full of food grains, but people are going hungry. So the stomach is empty, or the stomach is hungry, but godowns are full of grains. People are not getting it. So we will not accept it. So that is the problem that is facing in our country, and so the court had to intervene in order to provide food for the people, in order to provide the job for the people. In that way they can continue to remain alive. The right to live is there. So we come to the end of this lesson, and the next class we shall see again about another topic connected with this. Judiciary itself, we said there are two laws are there, criminal laws and civil laws. So we will be specifying on the criminal laws, how the criminal justice system is functioning in our country. So we shall study it in the next class. So have a nice day. Bye.